The same Arvind Kejriwal went and did a backroom deal with the Lieutenant Governor to save Somnath Bharti. Why did he pretend this time to be taking him on?
But Arnab, is this how a Lieutenant Governor is supposed to behave, do a deal? So I don't think that is very,
I'm sorry, was the Lieutenant...
the constitutional spirit.
The Lieutenant Governor was behaving fine when you did a backroom deal with him to save your minister? 3 weeks back, Mr. Sirsa wanted to come in. Yes, Mr. Sirsa, of the Akali Dal.
See, Arnab, this was a high voltage drama which is exposed. Had Arvind Kejriwal serious about Jan Lokpal bill, he would have gone for the amendment in a current Lokayukta, which already exists in the Delhi government, with all those forms which you want for Lokayukta, for the Jan Lokpal bill, but actually do not want to pass the Jan Lokpal bill. He actually wants to run away from the government. He is unable to perform. He had 18 promises with Delhi people. Now, what is with the other 17? Did he ever mention that? Did he ever mention that first of all, I'll fulfill this Jan Lokpal bill, then only I'll run this government? Because it was a political stunt. It was a designed martyrdom. Just because of the Lok Sabha elections, and he was well aware that he won't be able to perform in Delhi and he will be badly exposed, and you won't be surprised here. This all drama is designed by Congress. Actually, they want to stop Narendra Modi.
Okay.
Now, when Congress was also finding very hard, they were not able. Mr. Kejriwal was not able to sustain his vote bank.
No, okay, Mr. Sirsa, one second.
So this
I'm
was
not
the
interested
reason.
in the Congress, BJP,
Now the
Akali Dal
Congress
politics.
want him to quit.
No. My question is today.
Listen.
Mr. Sirsa, 1 minute.
No, but it's a very interesting fact. It's a very interesting fact. You must.
Can I come in?
Mr. Sirsa, 1 minute. I'll come to your interesting political angle in a bit. Yes, Ajay Bose.
Okay.
Yeah, the moment Arvind Kejriwal formed the government 48 days ago, this was a very curious creature. They had only 28 people and they had the support of a party which Arvind Kejriwal wanted to demolish, and there was no question that this government would continue. Let us face it. There was no question of this government continuing. Arvind Kejriwal was waiting for the right time to bail out. So let us not waste our breath on Arvind Kejriwal providing governance to Delhi.
No, you're saying he was never interested in governance.
Government lasting.
No, 1 second.
Never. No, it was a question of putting together. Please, let me finish. He was putting together a certain package which would have helped him in coming back with larger numbers in Delhi and to make a dent in the 2014 Lok Sabha elections. So all these technicalities about constitution, unconstitution, this is pure politics that is happening. The elections will tell us whether this game succeeds or not. He has always played high-risk politics, Arvind Kejriwal, and I'm not at all surprised at the way things have gone.
No, because
only the elections will tell us whether this will work or not.
Kamal Mitra Chenoy, the simple question everyone will ask is that suppose I concede you have a problem with the Ministry of Home Affairs order that demands that the Delhi Assembly in certain bills takes the approval of the centre before the passage of the bills. Sanjay Jha, I'm coming to you. I just want to get Kamal Mitra Chenoy's view, then I'll come to you. Because tonight a very serious charge is being made that Arvind Kejriwal never wanted to govern. For him, Delhi was a stepping stone to national politics. That he had planned this out on the day that he was sworn in. In other words, a very serious charge made here that Arvind Kejriwal was playing with the sentiments and belief and faith of the people in Delhi without telling them that this is use and throw politics of the extreme, where you step over Delhi to seek martyrdom and then say, make me Prime Minister. My question to you is, Kamal Mitra Chenoy, if this is not true, then why did Arvind Kejriwal not correct the flaw in the system, he could have gone to the court challenging it. You can change it forever. Can't you, Ariman Sundaram? Couldn't Arvind Kejriwal have challenged the 2002 Ministry of Home Affairs order and its constitutional validity in court? Could he have done that?
Of course he could have. Of course he could have. But as long as those rules stand, as long as the rules stand,
yeah, but he could have, right?
The government is bound to go by the rules.
No.
So they could have always challenged it.
So he could have, and therefore, if Kamal Mitra Chenoy believes solely Sorabji is correct,
if he had challenged it that way, where was the drama? Sorry, Arnab, let me just finish this. If he had challenged it that way and actually done what he ought to have done, where was the drama? Where was his chance of this political aggrandizement? Where was his chance of playing the martyr? Where was the chance of bailing out before it was found out that he could not deliver? Where was all that then? He missed the opportunity. So he did not want to miss that opportunity.
Challenge it in a court of law.
The course.
Challenge it in a court of law. It's not going to be dramatic, but challenge it. You have that option.
Astute.
Absolutely. Mr. Kamal Mitra Chenoy.
This is very illogical.
Why?
Now, this situation.
Why should Arvind Kejriwal, who is being supported by the Congress, be in a hurry to bail out? If he wanted to improve his chances in the Lok Sabha elections, why wouldn't he hold on another month? The problem was that after the Jan Lokpal bill, he wanted to move the Swaraj bill, and that would also have been opposed because it would have been an amendment of the Bhagidari
of Delhi also.
Mr. Sundaram.
What about the promises about things he would do for the city? What about things that he had promised he would do for the governance of Delhi?
Answer that.
Yes, we have this huge movement on the Lokpal bill, but what about Delhi governance?
He definitely tried.
Or is it that you still have to have a cause which will make the people vote for you?
He has brought down tariffs.
So keep on with the cause.
I'm very sorry. Kamal Mitra Chenoy, let's get the Congress party in. Don't tell me what he's done and what he's not. The fact is, there are 10,000 people tonight, right, who are working with the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, for example, on a contractual basis. You had said, Arvind Kejriwal said, no contractual jobs for work that is required 365 days a year. I will ensure implementation of minimum wages. I'm only taking them one. Today, what will you say to those 10,000 people who are working in the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation? Sorry, I want to fight a Lok Sabha election. And I'm ambitious.
No,
I'm ambitious. And the Lok Sabha elections are 2-3 months away.
Has been moved by the government.
Please.
It's pending with the central government because it involves finances.
I'm setting up of courts for speedy justice.
You are really understating the intelligence of a man who was elected by quite a majority.
Sir, I am questioning. I am not understating the intelligence. In fact, I am saying it is possible the person is extremely politically cunning and savvy. That person has planned this all out. He wouldn't care that there are 18,000 kilometers of sewer lines in Delhi, that you have only half. Delhi can go to hell. What about the slum dwellers? 60 lakh some slum dwellers in Delhi. You said to them, we will rehabilitate people living in slums. We will give you flats and plots near your site, near the location of the slums.
Arnab,
we will change your life.
Are you aware?
We will change your life.
But Arnab, land in Delhi is under the union government.
So then why don't you go to court? Why did you make the promise?
Why make the promises?
Why make these promises?
You fool. Today you say we couldn't do it.
No, we were hoping.
Then why make the promise?
Hoping.
Why fool the people?
No.
No, Kamal Mitra Chenoy, please don't.
If Congress supported us, we could have done it.
What are you doing? Till rehabilitation is done, no slums will be demolished. We will improve your living conditions. You will have water, sewerage lines, proper waste management. There will be special courts that will be set up in Delhi. People will not be on contract labor. All unauthorized colonies will be regularized. There will be new teams which will be formed for the safety of women. What happened to all that? Suddenly you go on a technicality and you bail out and you expect people not to ask these questions. Kamal Mitra Chenoy, come on. Arvind Kejriwal said, I want to work with a missionary zeal. He said, I want to work with a missionary zeal, but that does not mean that I am destructive in my approach to governance. He said, I will work in a constructive and not a destructive way. I will take the people of Delhi along. My question to you is, did he take the people of Delhi along when he ejected himself out of that chair today? When he ejected himself, people were looking not just in Delhi, Kamal Mitra Chinoy. People were looking all over India. People were looking at an option to the Congress, an alternative to the BJP. Where is the alternative to the Congress and the BJP in a person who bailed out in this manner today?
He didn't bail out.
This is not a bailout. Sanjay Jha, let's get one second.
Is that what you call a bailout?
Okay, Sanjay Jha, this is not a bailout. This is not a bailout. We were forced to do this. Your response to Kamal Mitra Chinoy.
Well, I can tell you, Arnab, frankly, if you look at the events as they've unfolded, the moment Parliament, the entire political system created the Lokpal bill, I think it took the wind out of the sails of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal's party. And look how disingenuous they are being. They are not telling the people of Delhi and the people of India that you already have a powerful Lokayukt and a Lokpal bill which has been passed, which is a model for all states to follow, and some states are already implementing it. Now, the question is, he's again used the Jan Lokpal as a very tactical pretext to get out of this government, because his only agenda is to try and create Lokpal as a linkage to the fact that what the government has passed is not perfect, and what he has as an anti-corruption legislation is the only alternative to combat corruption in India. Look at the fact that his FIRs have preceded it by a couple of days ago. He's found governance impossible. I mean, the truth is, we backed him, we continue to back him till today, but he realizes that there are procedural problems, that there is a constitutional process that has to be respected. You can't be insulting the Lieutenant Governor, the Ministry of Home Affairs. There is a process. If you want to challenge it, as you rightly raised in your program, you have to go to courts, or you have to negotiate.
Okay, those are pictures of Arvind Kejriwal going into the Lieutenant Governor's residence to put in his resignation. Yes, continue.
He's running away from a responsibility.
After all, legislature itself can change the rule. But he couldn't do that politically. He couldn't do it in the constitutional manner. He could either go to court and challenge it, or he could use his legislative power to amend it. But he couldn't do either. He found that going the political route, the constitutional route, was a problem. So therefore, this became a great excuse to get out of his inability to deliver on what he had promised.
Let's get Sabir Ali in, just get a third voice on the fact that people were looking at a non-Congress, non-BJP alternative, Sabir Ali, and many people did believe, before all this drama went overboard, that the Aam Aadmi Party could have given that kind of an alternative. Now this 48-day bailout, what impact will it have on those people?
Now, before I go ahead with on this Aam Aadmi Party, I can tell you this is not the bailout of the Kejriwal. He knew that there is internal, his own MLAs was ready to voice against him. This is the fact. And that was the worst position is going to be happen for the Arvind Kejriwal. See, whatever we are talking today, everybody knows is all drama, is all, it's dreams shown to the people in the, all rosy picture has been given to the delight peoples. I was the president of my party in Delhi when I was campaigning. All those issues has been, touched by me personally. So that I was fully aware about, and he knows this is the point where I can bail out myself. I can save my face, I can say, not the bailout. And definitely he has his intention to go high fly, but I can say the magician can pull the crowd for the moment. And there was, Congress has given such kind of governance, corruption and all those issues last from 4 years. People were fed up in Delhi, all the price rise, everything, because I do live in Delhi, so I know fully aware about what the people are thinking. I can say from my home districts, more than 5,000 rickshaw, the rickshaw, three-wheeler drivers are there. What they were talking today and what they were talking 2 months ago, there is a drastic change in the people. But that magic is not going to run in this coming elections. That much I can tell you.
Well,
and he knew that. I'm not going to save my face, not for the other party, Congress or BJP, what they are
No, but there were two alternatives.
Within the party
there were two alternatives. Many people believe, Subramaniam Swamy, let me draw you back, that many people did believe that Arvind Kejriwal's strategy was, when he chose to be chief minister with the Congress party support, which itself surprised so many people, why do you want to take the support of a party you constantly criticize, that I will perform. In fact, he kept saying, I remember my interview with him, we will do so much in 3 months that people will look at us as an option at the center. When do you think that change happened? Actually, no, you're not an objective person. You are constantly anti-Aam Aadmi Party. But anyway, let me ask you, when did that change happen? Why did he not choose the first option of doing so much in 3 months that nationally people would say, wow, here is a person who can deliver and not just do drama?
Well, first of all, he promised on the heads of his 2 children that he will never take the support of the Congress party. It's not that he was critical of Congress and took their support. The second thing is, the art of governance is a complicated process. It requires a lot of experience. And these people are all inexperienced people. They don't know how a government runs. And their ideological persuasion, which they have so far hidden from the public, which is extreme left-wing thing. And in fact, some of the things they try to introduce, were planning to introduce, like the Mohalla Sabhas and all, are reminiscent of the Naxalite movement in Bengal. So I think basically this constitutional government doesn't suit, is not their cup of tea. And therefore, they decide to get out.
No, but so Kamal Mitra Chinoy, just one question. You have been keeping on saying, I'm continuing the debate in a minute, but I just have one question. Former Additional Solicitor General Mr. Bhatt is also one of the people who you consulted. He said the following. He said, and I quote, the remedy is to go to a court of law and challenge the validity of the rules. This is somebody you sought his advice and he told you to do that. Why did you not choose to do that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we had to choose between the experts, and Soli was the most senior.
No,
and
so, any expert who disagrees with you is not an expert.
Interpretation of the rules had been followed. No. We could have done it through
I don't understand this logic, Professor Kamal Mitra Chinoy. Sorry, but you have to. You say Soli Sorabji. I just proved to you right now that there was another person who you consulted, Additional Solicitor General Mr. Bhatt. Aryavan Sundaram is a man of the court.
Yes, but
I'm sure Mr. Bhatt is not a completely unaware novice. But so any expert who disagrees with you,
but he's not a constitutional expert.
Then why did you go to
He's not a constitutional expert, unlike people like Soli Sorabji, or for that matter, the retired Fali Nariman.
No, so I understand today that somebody who disagrees with you is not an expert. You're using an expert as a prop. Aryaman Sundaram?
Look, Arnab, I think we can go around with this hyperbole all we want. Very simply put, there is a rule which is in force. You feel the rule is unconstitutional, challenge it or amend it. But I cannot believe a government, when there is a rule which governs them, to turn around and say, we will not obey our own rule. Why? Because we believe our rule is unconstitutional.
Yeah.
If you believe your rule is unconstitutional, please change it. But if you feel that politically you are disabled from doing so, then go to court. But the fact of the matter is that all that happened was a great opportunity presented itself to bail out. And with that opportunity, now the whole answer is, do you think he can fool the people for a little more time till the 2014 polls or not? Because basically, as far as I'm concerned, I had great hope in the idealism I was told about, in the promises which were made. And today I have seen no steps being taken towards those promises, except for this whole issue, which is going to be a controversial issue, which he knows very well is going to create a huge issue, which is also going to result in his possibly having to resign.
Well,
but why follow only those issues?
Well, the fact is Kejriwal just resigned. He's gone to the Lieutenant Governor's residence. We're taking this discussion forward on points, on facts, on matters of law. And as far as the Constitution is concerned, we are not seeing a serious defense from the Aam Aadmi Party on this subject. Let's see if they can strike back. We're going to go back to this debate in 2 minutes. We are back in 2 minutes.